Hi, I'm Doug.
And I'm Cathy.
And this is Maggie Mae. Join us as we follow the moon. Join us today in Uranus, or something like that. We are on Route 66, headed across Missouri. And when we are done today, we'll make it to the Mississippi. How's that?
That sounds good to me.
So come along.
Thanks.
And not to be the butt of all jokes, we're in Uranus. Cathy is shaking her head just as a visual.
Yeah.
Well, you even have a rocket ship here, the Astroliner.
Which I think you can go in.
Yeah, it looked like it was going to be, or has been, some type of a ride. This is actually the mayor of Uranus, and he's a converted muffler man. And the Putt Pirates mini golf, which was a really nice miniature golf course. There's so much to do in Uranus.
The place really is big and got lots of stuff. It's funny.
Mm-hmm. And they're all in there making Uranus jokes also the whole time. The world's largest belt buckle is there. And they must have live music because that's for the Uranus pickers. I'm just reading it, folks.
You had way too much fun with this one.
This was their wild animal collection. But there's a lot of things to see and do here.
It's cute. It's got a little jail. It's got, all kinds of stuff.
This is their circus sideshow museum. Their general store is where everything kind of happens.
You can only go in one door,
right,
and come out the
You have
other.
to go out the back door.
Yes.
Yeah. First thing you see when you walk in is all the fudge. And they have anything and everything. Straight out of Uranus shirts. They also have a Uranus liquor store.
And what kind of wine flavors were they?
There's Full Moon, there's Number 2, there's Sweet Cheeks, there's Posterior.
Gotta have an alien somewhere.
And this is one of the neatest things on Route 66 I've seen on the whole route. They've done replicas like of Roy's, of Wigwam, all the way across there. I love the whale. And it's all neon, it's all lit up. And this is part of Fort Uranus right there. Okay, now we'll settle it back down.
Yeah.
Now we just have a giant rocking chair.
And it was huge.
There's an idea. That's Cathy walking across there.
I was trying to find a place to put a sticker.
And success! That big red rocking chair is at the Fanning 66 Outpost. This is one of the biggest little general stores out here I've ever seen.
It looks small from the front.
It does. It looks like it's going to be just a typical little general store that you see. When you walk in, they've got the convenience store things, but their soda case is all full of, like what we saw at Pop's, very unusual sodas. You come on through and you're seeing the normal convenience store type things. But it continues on back. Whole bunch of puzzles, and Route 66 puzzles. I remember doing some of these puzzles.
Oh, your dad loved those.
I know.
It just keeps going on forever.
And this is all clothing and everything back here. Go up the steps, it's clothing, and clear at the back is a feed store. So you name it. As we come into Cuba, Cuba is known for their murals. And I can't tell you how many there are. We're just going to show you a few of them that we saw right in the main section of town. One of them was numbered number 15, so I know there's at least 15 of them.
And they're beautiful.
They really are.
I think they're getting ready for next year too.
That's right.
It looked like they were freshening them up.
Now, we've shown you some motels along the route. This, I think, has to be one of the most beautiful ones.
This is my favorite.
The Wagon Wheel Motel. There's an oil change pit, gas pumps out in front of the office. The office is still the office, but it's also Connie's shop. Really cute gift shop. But the buildings of the motel are just incredible.
Darling.
And
yeah.
the lawns, everything is just manicured. It's pristine. You can tell there's a lot of pride taken in this property. Right beside that is Missouri Hick, or Missouri Hick, I guess it is.
That's right.
Barbecue. I'm trying to learn.
That's okay. I'm from here and I still say Missouri. I have to remind myself. I've known all my life.
I love their little thing of the Mother Road there.
Yeah.
And the inside is incredible. It's like being in a lodge. If that isn't beautiful enough, this menu is so huge. And if you can't decide what you want,
You must not be hungry.
that's exactly. Their food was incredible. Kathy had a baked sweet potato, fresh green beans, smoked chicken. I had mac and cheese, hot German potato salad, brisket, and pulled pork. And there was peach cobbler for dessert.
That's right.
Now, Meramec Caverns, right off of Route 66, and they have it all. They've got a motel there on property. They have RV campsites right there on property.
And it's so beautiful.
It is.
Right along the river.
Right along the Meramec River, and you can rent canoes, you can rent paddle boards, kayaks.
That water looks real calm, but let me tell you, it's really moving.
And it was moving one direction on one side and one on the other, so I don't know about the cross currents.
I think it was swirling around where the rocks jutted out.
This is the entrance to the caverns, and the caverns' claim to fame is the big cave, which the lore goes is where Jesse James hid out. Now they do have some shops up there. They've got a snack bar. You can pan for gemstones.
Zip line.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, they've got this rope course and zip line. And where the zip line goes across, you can see up there at the top, they've got big things built on the other side of the river.
Hey, they got to catch them. They just land in the trees.
And on our way out, we came right by this cave. The cave is closed from April till October because of the bats having their young. But it was a neat looking cave back in there.
Yeah, it was.
Now coming back out of there, you come to the Jesse James Wax Museum. This again is only open on weekends at this point. So we weren't able to go in and share that with you. Next door was a toy museum that I don't think is open at all now. I think it's permanently closed. I couldn't find out anything about it.
And look at that road again.
Yep. We're going into Route 66 State Park. Missouri actually has a state park for Route 66, and it's because of this right here, the Meramec River Bridge. Now, you'll see why this bridge is no longer being used. There's no decking on that bridge anywhere. But it is an incredible bridge. I had to be a little bit nosy and come down through this field, and it had been rainy. That was pretty marshy in spots, but I made it all the way across the field to see the part that goes across the river.
And then he found the trail.
Yeah, then there's a paved trail that comes right up to it that we're on right there that I didn't know existed. But that's the lead up to the part that crosses the water, and then this is the part that actually goes across the river.
I think the water is low.
It was low. It was moving pretty good, but it wasn't real high. Now, as we enter St. Louis, we're at Ted Drewe's Frozen Custard. Ted Drewe's has been there for all but 3 years of Route 66, so they'll be having their 97th next year. And this place is something else.
It is so good. Ugh.
It is rich and creamy. It's not just like soft serve ice cream being frozen custard. Over across there, that is their official gift shop. Again, the gift shop wasn't open when we were there, but one thing that made the trip over there worth it, there's Ted with his concrete turned upside down. I wonder who else got that idea later on.
I don't know.
I had a Southern, which was praline, pecan, and caramel, and Cathy's had chocolate devil's food on the bottom and then a hot fudge sundae on top.
It was so good.
Of course, that's followed right up with the donut drive-in, like we needed that after Ted Drewe's.
All that sugar. Ooh.
So, their donuts, I gotta say, the donuts and the donut holes were probably some of the softest, freshest, tastiest I've ever had. So, this is a small box, and I asked him for a half a dozen donut holes. I think there was more like a dozen, and the donuts were great.
You sure were.
We brought them home. We didn't pig out on them right away in the car. So, as you're coming on in through St. Louis, you'll see lots of rows of very similar homes. You can tell they were built like a block of them all at the same time.
They were the original cookie cutters,
Exactly.
but with brick.
And you'll see a lot of old buildings,
Beautiful churches.
big churches, yes.
We did see one with the roof caving in.
Yeah.
A big one.
And you'll start to see the high rises of the downtown ahead of us. But you'll also see the Gateway Arch. Now, if you'd like to take a trip to the top of the Gateway Arch, I'm going to link our St. Louis video up here. When we came through St. Louis a couple years back, we actually took you all the way to the top of the Gateway Arch. If you haven't done it, you need to go click on that video and watch it. It's a must-see how this thing works. Now those little ants going across there are actually giant trucks going across the new Chain of Rocks Bridge. This is the new bridge that replaced the original Route 66 bridge that you'll just see over there on the right. And it's actually going through some refurbishment because it came to service back in the 1960s, the new bridge did. But this bridge takes us across the Mississippi River and brings us into the state of Illinois, which is our next and last state for Route 66.
What are we going to do?
Well, there behind us is where you see the new Chain of Rocks Bridge that we just came across. And we are moving from St. Louis into Illinois to finish up our last state in Route 66. Cathy, what have you thought about not only Missouri, but the first 7 states so far?
This has been an amazing journey, and I hope that anybody who has a chance does take it, whether it's next year during the centennial.
Yeah, the centennial.
Or just random vacations. Just go. It's so fun.
It is definitely one of those things that we've always had in the back of our mind it would be fun to do, but you have to take that first step.
That's right.
And if we can inspire any of you to take that step, especially next year during the 100th, you definitely need to do it. It's life-changing. It really is.
It is.
So with that, if you've enjoyed the video today, leave us a thumbs up. We appreciate it. And if you haven't already subscribed to our channel, watch for the button up here in this corner. If you tap that button, ring the notification bell, you'll know when every one of our videos come out.
And thank you for following us as we follow the moon.